Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing the countdown to my favorite season, autumn, with its prime tea drinking weather, with its brisk mornings, breezy afternoons, and chilly evenings. All I want to do is snuggle down under a blanket with a cup of tea and a great book and maybe like a couple of hugs from Oliver. That would be nice. If you missed yesterday's video, you can go back and check it out anytime, but I tried the pumpkin chai from DAVIDsTEA and it kind of blew my mind and made me really super excited for like the rest of the teas and this 12 fall favorites from DAVIDsTEA. But before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscription button so you know when I upload. We like to talk about tea here. Today I am trying the Maple Syrup Oolong from DAVIDsTEA, and this blend is inspired by the ever so delicious breakfast treat, the pancake. And I kind of feel like this blend has a lot to live up to because I did try the honey bush blueberry pancake from Adagio Teas earlier this year, and I love it. Like, it was one of those blends where I had just purchased a sampler pack of it and then realized how delicious it was and like turned right around and bought myself a bigger bag of it. And it's you know what, I feel like that is like a new staple in my collection is the honey bush blueberry pancake. So I feel like this has a lot to live up to. That being said, I am really excited about the inclusion of the buckwheat and the roasted chicory root. I feel like I'm gonna like those ingredients. Not gonna like the stevia extract that's in here, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna keep an open mind because this blend smells beautiful. Honestly, it kind of smells like a warm coffee shop on a cold autumn day. I have to assume it's the chicory root in here that's kind of giving it that coffee-esque scent. I just know that this smells so delicious. Sweet, toasty, sort of like coffee. I don't think that I noticed the maple syrup. I mean, obviously there's a sweetness in here, but to me, it doesn't register as maple. Let's go ahead and try this. Maple Syrup Oolong is a blend of apple, oolong tea, candied papaya, raisins, artificial maple and pancake flavoring, buckwheat seeds, roasted chicory root, maple sugar, and stevia extract. This smells really good. Sort of like, I mean, there's almost a butteriness to this, and I don't know what ingredient that would come from. And just like a really nice roasty quality. Both of which I think I will love in a cup of tea, especially for autumn. So let's taste it. I feel like I get less maple syrup drenched pancakes and more like kettle corn. There's sort of a popcorn quality to this, and I think that's coming from the buckwheat seeds. There's also this really interesting roasted sugar quality to this, which is probably a combination of the maple sugar and the maple syrup flavoring, as well as the chicory root. And I'm pleasantly surprised by how not sweet this is. I was a little bit concerned with both the inclusion of the maple sugar as well as the stevia extract, but it's not overly sweet. I will say the downside to this though is I think the tea is a little bit weak, and I'm not really surprised. I think blends with chunkier fruit pieces or spices or whatever, it can be kind of challenging to get like the right tea to added ingredient ratio, and I'm wondering if maybe that's what's happening here. So while I appreciate the flavoring in this, it's not a blend that I would necessarily pick up for myself, just because I do like the tea to be able to stand up against or stand out against the added ingredients, and I just don't find that here in this cup. This is a very flavoring forward blend, and just the balance between the tea and the flavoring really isn't there for me. Okay, so this didn't hit the mark on like pancake flavor for me, but it tastes like kettle corn, and I love kettle corn. Kettle corn to me actually reminds me more of wintertime than it does autumn, even though I think it's more of like an autumn time treat. Just because, so like I live in a really tiny village with like 3,000 people, but around Christmas time, my village goes all out and celebrating. Like, we have a hot air balloon festival and a parade and like a 5K and a whole bunch of family activities all on one day. I think it brings in close to like 100,000 people throughout the day. Like, it kind of boggles my mind that we can fit that many people in this place. But there's a vendor that sells kettle corn, so for the past couple of years, my husband and I will go and enjoy the festivities and also come home with like bags and bags of kettle corn, because I swear it's like the best kettle corn we've ever had. So this makes me feel really nostalgic, and my gut tells me they're not gonna have the festivities this year just because of the pandemic and COVID, and it's really hard to maintain social distancing in a teeny tiny village with like 2 stoplights when you're like cramming 100,000 people here. But now it's your turn. Have you tried the maple syrup oolong from David's Tea? And if you have, let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Also, what are some of your favorite autumn time activities? Do you like to snuggle down under blankets with a cup of tea and enjoy a good book? Or do you like to binge watch Netflix? Do you like to craft or knit extra cozy blankets for friends and family or for yourself? And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.